Today we're going to tackle taking out the old corroded factory hinge liners and put in the new ones by TMR Customs. Hey guys, how you doing today? Hey, I got to tell you a little story. I just got this Jeep Wrangler in June. It's a 2011 and it's the first Wrangler that I've owned, and I am super excited about it and the possibilities that it will give us as a family, just to extend our adventure. And if you're a Jeep owner, if you've ever wanted a Jeep, you know one of the coolest things about owning a Wrangler is being able to take the doors off. And you can see behind me, I've done that. It was one of the first things that I wanted to do once we got it home. And it was not as easy as I thought it was going to be. Of course, I went on YouTube and I saw a number of different videos of people taking doors off, and it looked like a piece of cake. I followed the directions, ordered the Torx tool bit, and took the bolts out of each door, put them in the storage container, and went to lift the doors off, and nothing happened. Went back and watched again, and I noticed that the videos that I had watched were all of brand new Jeeps. In fact, they were Wranglers that were at dealers on the showroom floor, and you know, the guys just lifted the doors off and made it look so easy. Well, when I tried, my son and I, it took about 15, maybe 20 minutes per door to get them off, and I'm thinking, this is crazy. Something must be wrong. Did a little more research and discovered that often, particularly in older Jeeps, the bushings or the hinge liners get corroded, and sure enough, that's what I was facing. So I thought, you know, I can't be dealing with this every time I want to take the doors on and off. So I looked for a solution, and TMR Customs offered the Jeep Delrin door hinge liners. So I ordered them. They were about $60 shipped, and followed the directions, started to take off the old bushings, and I realized, yeah, these things were shot. Being a 2011, I have no idea what the previous owner had done, whether the doors had ever been off, or whether they'd been off once, twice, or maybe more. So I wanted to show you a little bit about my process. I've gone ahead and replaced the door hinge liners on 3 of the doors, but I wanted to go ahead and video the last door. So that's where we are. I'm going to be doing this rear passenger side door, and the only thing I've done up to this point is I have put in some PB Blaster just to let it penetrate for about a half an hour, and I'm going to go ahead and knock those hinges out and hopefully show you it's a pretty easy solution to fix this problem of stuck Jeep doors. Here are the old hinge liners that I took out, and man, you can see these things are shot. There's a plastic lip at the top, and you know, it was all kind of twisted and mangled. Some of these things were, you know, almost rusted. There was no way these are going to be a good solution. Now, some of them were very easy to get out. Others of them I had to use a flat blade screwdriver and kind of pinch in that lip a little bit at the top to break them loose. But I found that the PB Blaster did a good job of freeing those up. And then here are the new plastic Delrin liners here. All plastic piece, and they even provide a nice tool to knock out the old ones. Here's the tool that's provided with the kit, and got to provide your own hammer. So this one's kind of been around a while, helped me do some projects over the years, but I think it'll do just the trick. So put the tool in the bottom and begin to tap up. I think the biggest thing to be concerned about, of course, is hitting your Jeep with the hammer. So proceed with caution. You might put a towel between the paint and the hammer, but I found that the top hinge is a little easier than the bottom hinge. So here we go. So you can see that just tapping may not do it. So I'm going to go ahead and take this regular flathead screwdriver and just kind of pinch that lip in on the top just a bit. Hopefully that'll be enough to get it started. Okay, so nip that top lip just a bit, and now I'm going to go back to the tool and the hammer. Now, you'll be able to feel it when it actually breaks loose. It sounds different as you're hitting it with the hammer, and you can see it begin to move. So I just got that. I don't know, I've probably been hitting on it for a couple minutes, maybe 20, 25 taps. Then I bent the lip, and about 5 more taps, and it's ready to break loose. You can see it, it's coming out right there. So I'm going to keep going. So it's just about all the way out, and the tool's in there pretty tightly, so I'm not worried about it, you know, falling out or anything like that, but I am going to keep my hand on it. So here we go, it's coming out. So the tool is in there pretty good. I can't even wiggle it out with my hand. So what I'm going to do is just take the screwdriver and tap gently from the top to drive that tool back out. Still pretty tight. There it is. All right, one more to go. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean out that hinge just a bit, and then I'll show you how easy it is to put in the new liner. Now the directions say use only hand force to push these in, and so I've really tried to stick with that. Some of them take a little more force than others. Let's see how this one goes. Oh, and there it goes. So there's one. I'm going to hit the bottom one, and we should be able to put the doors back on. So this one's a little tougher. I tried pinching the lip in on the top, and I got no movement from the bottom. Honestly, the bottom ones are a little more difficult because there's not as much clearance between the body of the Jeep and your hammer. And I do not want to dent my Jeep fixing these door hinges. So a really good fix, about $60. A little bit of your time, but the doors will go on and off, no problem at all. And I think it's a pretty common problem among Jeep Wrangler owners, and I really recommend this fix. Thank you, TMR. I'm super impressed with your products. thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe and like this video if you found it helpful, and check back, and I'll be posting some more videos about the Jeep, about family, about adventure, and hopefully you'll find something you like.